Hi friends, this is Bijita. Welcome to my channel once again. Today in this video, I'll teach you a very important lesson, that is the entire P2P cycle. P2P means the procure to pay. So it is a very important lesson. Why is because it is a real-time business scenario first of all, and the next is it is a very common question being asked in any interview. So now what all are the common question being asked in any interview? That is, I hope you can see my screen. The notepad is being opened up. The very common question being asked in any interview is, what all are the steps in P2P cycle? And the second question is, what all are the accounting entries in different steps of P2P? See, the first question is, what all are the steps of P2P cycle? P2P means procure to pay. And then the next question is, what all are the accounting entries? Now, what all are the steps and what all are the accounting entries? I'll show you. Basically, I'll execute the entire cycle step by step, and gradually you will understand all the steps and the relevant accounting entries for the same. So please watch the video thoroughly till the end, then you will be able to know all these points. Now, what all are the steps that is being written here, and I'll execute all of them. First of all is a PO creation. Now, how to create a PO? Let me write the transaction as well. ME21N is the transaction used for PO creation. I'm going to ME21N in order to create a PO. So in our procure to pay, the first step itself is the production order creation. Now you all know what is the purpose of sorry, not production order. The first step itself for procure to pay cycle is the purchase order creation. Now you all know how why we place the purchase order. Say we are planning to buy something, we are planning to purchase something, then we will be raising a purchase order, and that would be against the same one product will be purchased. This is how the cycle is. So first of all, we need to create a purchase order. Now I'm going to I am in ME21N. Here I'll be creating a purchase order. Vendor, I have to give my vendor here, and that is this. Now I'm going to the header option. Here I'll be giving my organization details. Now you all know how to configure the cycle. The basic configurations are there, like creating purchase organization, creating purchase group. These things are there. Now I'm in the organization data. Under the header tab, I'll be giving the purchase organization, purchase group, and obviously the company code. It's done. Now I'll be going to the item overview. Okay, it is asking the currency. I'm giving the currency. Now in item overview, I'll be giving the material number, then the quantity of material. Say I want to buy 3 quantity of pen drive. Pen drive is one of my material. So I'm just I have just given the quantity number, I have given material number. Now I just have pressed enter. It will be fetching few details, like in the pen drive material master, there would be some price maintained, and that price would be coming up in the net price field. So the net price will be coming from the material master itself. It is asking for the plant. I'm giving my plant here, and I'll be going to the material master in order to see the net price has come, that is 100 per unit. So where from it is coming? It is coming from the material master. Now I'll be showing you the material master. Going to the material master. Yes, I am in the material master screen. Now I'll give the material number here, material name here, and then uh, I'll be selecting the last four tabs: accounting 1, accounting 2, costing 1, costing 2, giving the plant, executing. Now the page will be appearing. Costing 2. No, see, here the price control is S, that is the standard, and see, the standard price is 100. So here from the net price is coming up, and it is coming up correctly. Now I am in the next tab, that is the item, and let me open up the item. Yes, item, and see, I'm in the condition tab, wherein the gross price is coming correctly. uh, I don't want any cash discount, however that is not enabled as well, so this is 0, which is fine. Now the gross price is coming correctly, so this is fine. Now I'm going to the tag invoice. Here the invoice receipt will be ticked on, and that is you have to follow that. And in the tax code, I'm putting a default tax code. I can change while doing the invoice depending upon the business requirement, but by default here I want to put a tax code here. But that depends upon your wish, that depends upon the business requirement. You can give, you may not give as well. uh, I want to give this one V0, that is 0% tax. So I don't want any tax to be charged here, hence I have given the 0% tax, so that is fine. I'm just pressing enter. Now I'll be clicking on the check button. It will show me error if document contains any error. Now it will take a bit time, and then it will give me the message whether it has any error or not. And if it doesn't have, then it will show me a message that it doesn't have any error. No message issued during check, that means it is fine. Now I'll be just clicking on the save button, and the purchase order will be saved. I have clicked on the save button. It will take a bit time in order to save the purchase order. Taking a bit time. Yes, the purchase order has saved and system has generated the PO number. Now I'll be noting down the PO number. And then I'll be displaying the PO number. Yes, I'm noting down the PO number. This is the PO number, and I'm just pasting it in the notepad, wherein I'm mentioning all the steps. This is my PO number, ME21N, and then I'll be going and displaying the purchase order. In order to display the purchase order, transaction is ME23N. Again, it will take a bit time, and here I'll be giving my purchase order number. This is my purchase order number. Pressing enter. Yes, see, the purchase order number is being displayed here. In the last it was 77. Yes, it ends with 77. Yes, 17177. Yes, this is the purchase order number. And item overview, my item was pen drive, quantity was 3, and the price was 100. Going to the invoice, tax code was V0. Absolutely fine, so it is being displayed perfectly. So the first step has got executed, that is PO creation, and please note there is no accounting entry and system has not generated any accounting entry as expected. No accounting entry. Let me write it down. So PO creation has got completed. Now the next step is to GR posting. Now I'll be going to MyGrow in order to do the GR. MIGO is the transaction being used to do the goods receipt. Now let me write it down. The transaction MyGo is to post the GR. GR means goods receipt. We have completed the PO, the purchase order has got placed. Now we'll be receiving the goods. Goods will be received. Purchase order has got created. Purchase order has got sent to the party, that is the vendor, which is being mentioned there in purchase order. And the next step is to receive the goods, that is goods receipt step, and that is being done in MyGo. So I have to choose goods receipt here. I'm in MyGo screen. Purchase order, yes, I have to choose purchase order here. Perfect. And here I have to give the purchase order number given. Now I'll have to just plant is ABC. Now I have to just execute this button, nothing else, and all the items, quantities, materials, all the relevant informations will be coming up from purchase order itself. See, pen drive was my material. 3 quantity of pen drive I want to procure, and that has come successfully from the data has got read from the purchase order. EA means each, and that unit has come from the material master. Now I'll have to just tick this item OK button. Now I have to go to the purchase order data, standard quantity 3, and the base price was 100. That means 100 was the price, and I want to procure 3. That means it will be 300 in total, means 3 quantity of material at the rate of 100 each, that comes to 300. So I'll be just clicking on the check button. System will be giving me message whether it is okay or not. If it is okay, then I'll be posting the transaction and the document will be posted, and here the material document would be posted. Material document is this only, and in the background accounting document will also be posted. Here the accounting entry will be posted, and in purchase order there was no such accounting entry. Enter storage location. It is asking for the storage location. Now I have to give the storage location, where here I have to give the storage location given. Now I'm checking once again. Document is okay, perfectly fine. Now I'll be just clicking on the post button. System will post the goods receipt. It will take a bit time. I have clicked on the post button. Yes, the goods receipt document has got posted. The message has come up successfully. Material document this got posted. Now I'll be showing you the material document, that is the goods receipt document. Goods receipt is chosen perfectly. Now here display material document, no wait, here display, I have to choose display, and then material document, perfectly fine. Executing, the number has come up perfectly. Now the document is showing perfectly. Now I have to go to the document info, FI document. Yes, material document was 5030. Now let me write it down. GR posted 5030 is the document number. 30. Now I have clicked on the FI document here. It will show me the accounting entry that has got posted against the goods receipt. It is coming up. see, the GR has come, the accounting document has got appeared, and here stock inventory has got debited and GRIR got credited, which is absolutely fine. We are receiving goods, hence stock is being increased, that is why stock is being debited, and the GRIR is nothing but goods received invoice received account, which is nothing but an interim account which appears in the GR posting, and again that appears in invoice posting as well with the opposite indicator. That means here it is credited, and while doing the invoice it would be debited. Finally it would be nullified as 0, and in the invoice the vendor would be credited as expected. That means there vendor would be credited and here stock would be debited. Finally stock debit to vendor, which is absolutely fine, and the GRIR is nothing but an interim account which stands in the goods received and stands in the invoice as well, and finally it nullifies. So this is the significance of GRIR, that is the goods received invoice received. Then the question is why the vendor is not being credited here, because we are only receiving goods, we have not given the invoice to the vendor yet. So once the hard copy of the invoice would be given by the vendor, once the hard copy of the invoice would be given by the vendor, then only we can say the relation with the vendor has got established and we can credit the vendor. But here we have not received the hard copy of the invoice yet, that is the reason why we cannot credit the vendor here. So the till the time we are not establishing any relation with the vendor, we have to create an interim account, and that is the goods received invoice received account, and we have to credit that as per the accounting mechanism. So in my earlier video of FIMM integration, you must have seen that where from the stock inventory is being debited and where from the GRIR account is being credited. I mean, where from means what is the account assignment. So I hope you all have seen that video, but if you have not, then I'm clarifying that in this video as well. I'm showing you the transaction, I'm showing you the configuration wherein we have given the indicator where from the stock inventory should be debited and where from the GRIR account should be credited. So the account assignment is done in the OBYC transaction. You have to go to the OBYC transaction and there you have to give the proper accounting assignment. So I'm going to the OBYC screen. OBYC, it is coming. The stock the I mean the stock is being debited against the accounting key, that is BSX. So against the BSX the stock account is assigned with, and the GRIR account is being credited by the accounting key WRX. So against the WRX accounting key we have assigned the GRIR account. So see, BSX inventory posting, the description itself is very self-explanatory. So against the BSX, chart of account is ABC. See, 195 is our stock inventory account I'm showing you, that is assigned here. So here from system is picking up the stock inventory account in the debit section. 195 is the stock inventory BSX. Absolutely fine. Now I'm coming back and showing you the GRIR setting, that is WRX. WRX. Yes, WRX. Going inside, 192 must be GRIR account. 192 is the GRIR account. Absolutely fine. So here the accounts are assigned with, and here from system is reading what all must be debited and what all must be credited while doing the GR. So this is the accounting assignment. So this step is clear to you. Now I'm going to the notepad. GR posting, the transaction written, document number is written. Now let me write down the accounting entry. Stock debit, okay, stock debit, stock account is being debited to, means credit is to GRIR. GRIR. Perfect. So this is the accounting entry while doing the GR. Now the next step is the invoice posting. And how to do the invoice posting? MIRO is the transaction in order to post the invoice. Purchase order based invoice. Now going to the MIRO in order to post the invoice. Yes, I'm in MIRO screen. Now here purchase order, I have to provide the purchase order number here. Purchase order number is this. I already have written down. Yes, I'm just putting the purchase order number and the invoice date and document date as current date 5/2020. Now I'll be just pressing and let me give a reference number. I'm just pressing enter. Now it will be picking up all the relevant data from purchase order. I have just pressed enter. See here in the left hand side the purchase order and then the goods received, all the details are coming up. See here 3 units, 3 units of quantity and 300 means 3 units of quantity at the rate of 100, that comes to 300, which is absolutely fine. Now here in amount I have to put the same amount as the debit must always be same with the credit. Now it is asking for the baseline date. I'm giving the current date only. Fine. Now I'm just simulating. It will show me the proposed accounting entry. See, GRIR account is being debited here and DPL means the vendor is being credited here, which is absolutely fine. System is proposing me the accounting entry. Now I'm satisfied with the accounting entry as expected. Now I'm just clicking on the post button in order to post the MIRO. Now going to the notepad once again. Invoice posting, the transaction being used is MIRO and the transaction is GRIR debit, GRIR debit, and credit is to vendor. Then please note in the GR posting stock was debited and GRIR was credited, and here in invoice GRIR is being debited, vendor is being credited. That means here GRIR was credited and here GRIR is debited. Finally it is 0. Then the remaining is stock is being debited here, means in GR posting, and in invoice stock is credited. That means finally stock debit to vendor is the remaining accounting entry. So in the invoice posting, now here in SAP the document has got posted, means invoice has got posted. Now I'm going and picking up the document number and I'll be writing down the document number. Document is copied and going to the notepad. Let me write down the document number is written, and then I'm going to display the purchase order once again. Why? Because there are some display changes. ME23N is the purchase order number, I mean is the transaction in order to display the purchase order. Taking a bit time in order to display the purchase order. Yes, I'm in ME23N. Now I'll be displaying the purchase order. This is my purchase order number. Now pressing enter. Yes, it is being displayed. Going to the header, now going to item, and now going to the last tab. Here I'll be clicking on the purchase order history. Here the entire history is being written now. GR, the first line is the GR with the 300 amount, absolutely fine, and the next one is the invoice received. Now I'm displaying one by one. First of all, I'm going to the goods received document, which you have already seen. However, I'm going inside and displaying once again document info, FI document, which you already have seen, but still I'm displaying once again. Stock debit to GRIR, absolutely fine. Going to the header, it is the goods received and document type is being shown perfectly. Now coming back and would be going to the next line, that is the IR, means the invoice receipt. Coming back, it is taking a bit time. Yes, came back. Now going to the next line, that is the invoice receipt. Entering into, this is the invoice receipt screen. That is the MIR4 screen, I mean the Miro that has got posted. If displayed, then we have to display via MIR4, or else you can display via ME23N, and then from purchase order history you can click on the invoice receipt and then you can navigate as I have done. So now clicking on the follow on document in order to show you the accounting entry. This is the accounting entry that vendor is being credited with 31 posting key and GRIR is being debited with 86 posting key. Now going to the header, RE is for the gross invoice received document, which is absolutely fine. Now the T code being displayed here is MIRO, where from it got posted, so absolutely fine. Now all these steps are executed successfully. Now the last step is the payment. Now I have to do the payment. Now where from we do the payment, that is F110. So what will be the accounting entry here? Vendor would be debited and bank would be credited as expected. So let me write down the entry first. Vendor debit to bank. Now going to do the F110. Going to F110 /n F110. Run date is the current date. Let me assume the current date. Let me put a identification ABC T for text. Going to the parameter, let me give the company code ABC. Payment method is F. Next payment date, let me put an infinite period, and our vendor is 505 and then again 505, and then additional log, let me tick them on. Vendor is 505. Then going to the status, save data, yes. Then I'm doing the proposal run, start immediately, ticking it on. Running the proposal, it will take a bit time in order to complete the proposal run. Proposal is still running. Proposal is still running. It will take a bit time in order to complete the proposal run. Going to display the proposal. Clicking on the display proposal. Yes, it is coming 300, which is absolutely fine, and coming as green means it is good to go. Now going to the payment run. Scheduling the payment run, start immediately and then executing. Again it will take a bit time, and finally it is completed. One generated and 0 completed means it is still not refreshed. Yes, one completed, perfectly fine. Now going to the payment. 2040 is the document number got posted. Let me write it down. 2040 is the document that got posted, and the accounting entry is as expected. Vendor is being debited and bank is being credited as written, perfectly fine. So the entire cycle has got completed. Now going to display the vendor. FBL1N, vendor given, company code given, all data and current date. Means I want to see all the data belonging to the current date. 2020 executing. List being generated means the data are appearing. See, the RE was this, means the invoice was 300 and the payment was 300 as well. Now why GR is not coming? Because GR is not related with vendor, so that is why the GR posting is not coming here. So now you know all the steps. Now what all are the steps belonging to the procure to pay cycle, you know all the steps now, and you know all the accounting entries now. So this is a very common question being asked in any interview, so please note all these points very carefully, and please note all the accounting entries very carefully as well, because this is a very important accounting entries, and these all are the accounting entries being followed by all the companies across the globe. This is the normal standard accounting rule. So I hope this much is very clear to you. If it is not, then please put your queries in the comment section. I'll surely try to answer all of your queries. And if you have liked the video, then please like and subscribe the channel, and please share as many as possible. Thank you. Bye. Take care.